Alright, yo, what's up guys? How's everybody doing today? Back with another video. As you're gonna see, whoa, spoiling that already. As you're gonna see from the title, will be going over, I guess, more of a wish list as a Patriots fan, what I want to see the Patriots do this offseason. I'm not an analyst, I'm not a writer or anything like that. A fan. Gonna go over what I think the Patriots should do, I guess, as a fan, right? You know, 7-9 did not do well this season. Obviously, Brady not in town, so you can already see where we struggled at. It's pretty obvious, right? You can see from the stats here, we were 30th in passing, 180 yards a game. That's not really good. 20 points a game, 27th in the league. That doesn't sound good. Sure, we were 4th in, passing the ball, but if we're not scoring, then it doesn't matter. And points against, right? So we were giving up 22 points a game, which is well below average. I'll go over the defense in another video, probably Saturday. Because I talk too much, and this video would be too long if I went over the defense as well. So we're gonna go over the offense, right? 180 points a game, scoring only 20. We ran the ball pretty well, right? So, at the team statistics, right? Damian Harris. He played 10 games, so 600 yards total, right? 69 yards a game. What happens when you're running back by committee? 5 yards to carry, though. Really good. So our running backs, looking pretty bright. But you play 15 games. Don't even pass for 3,000 yards. In a pass-happy league, less than 3,000 yards really isn't that good. 8 touchdowns. The 10 interceptions, not really good. And a lot of people would blame the fact, the lack of weapons, which is fine. Fair argument, right? But as somebody that actually sat down and has watched Cam his last year in Carolina, or his last two, honestly, and his this year in New England, it didn't look good. He didn't even look like he can throw the ball properly. He has an awkward throwing motion. And it looks, obviously, the amount of hits he's taken, he has to adjust. And he just looks awkward throwing the ball. So even if he had Randy Moss, Chad Johnson, Terrell Owens, he probably wouldn't be able to get them the ball. So having weapons would not have mattered. I honestly, as sad as it is to say, I think he's done. I thought he was done his last year in Carolina, and I still think he's done now. The success he had was running the ball. Sorry, gotta keep it real. I was happy when we got him, right? It's a 1-year rental. I didn't see us making the playoffs anyway with the opt-outs on defense and the weapons we had on offense. I didn't think we were a playoff team, but it would have been great to see what he can do. And he looked really good the first 3 weeks of the season. But why did he look good? Because he was able to run the ball. He was a dual threat, right? He wasn't really passing the ball that well unless the one game against Seattle, that was pretty much it. So now I have a notepad of things I wanted to go over. Now, the Patriots this season, we have $60 million cap space, right? We have, I think, 10 draft picks. So I think most of that, the direction we should go, we should focus on the offense, right? Our defense is fine. Might need 1 or 2 pieces, which I'll go over on Saturday when I go over that video. But we should go focus on the offense. I have, I guess, a plan A and then a plan B. Plan A is, because it all depends on what direction we go with quarterback, right? Are we drafting or are we picking one up? So, drafting, either we take a quarterback in the first round, we trade up, or, what did I write down here? Right? Best case scenario, we trade up for a Trey Lance, right? We have to trade up for that because he'll be gone by 15. If not, the reason why I say we draft one in the first round, whether it's early or late, if we go over all the quarterbacks that are starting right now, drafted in the first round, we have Josh Allen, Tua, Darnold, Lamar Jackson, Big Ben, Baker, Burrow, Tannehill, Watson, Herbert, Mahomes, Daniel Jones, Wentz, Matt Ryan, Stafford, Rodgers, Mitch, Goff, and Kyler. How many of those quarterbacks are bad? Right? Maybe Goff. Maybe, right? He's questionable, right? But he's starter level. Trubisky, right? He was great his first year, and he was okay. He was serviceable this year, right? Not, flashy or as good as all the other names I mentioned. You have Darnold, who has shown flashes of being really good, right? we could blame Adam Gase, but he's shown flashes. Then you have Carson Wentz, right? He's also shown flashes. It's just, in my opinion, the play calling was bad. Is he a bust yet? No, maybe another year if he's starting one more with a different coach and a system. But other than that, all these other quarterbacks are great talent, right? And if you look at the second-round quarterbacks, we have Drew Lock, Carr, and Jalen Hurts. That's 3 out of all the quarterbacks I just named that were taken in the first round. And then third and fourth round, you got Dak, Russell Wilson, and Kirk Cousins. It literally shows you want to take a quarterback in the first round. You're going to hit more time than not. So if we're not trading up for Trey Lance, I want Mac Jones. I've never studied a quarterback because obviously we had Brady for years, so I didn't really have to. But I've watched film on this guy, and I wanted to know why he wasn't seen as a first round pick. I really don't see what anybody else is seeing, that he's not first round material. I don't see it. Yes, he had talent, right? There's plenty of quarterbacks that have had talent and still can't win. He was able to put the ball in certain places that it takes skill to do. So he made the throws. He has the reads. Yes, he had 3 phenomenal receivers, but you still got to put the ball in places for them to succeed. It's not easy. So again, shout out to College Football Film Room. These are all stats I could have just looked up, so I kind of wanted to shout these people out since I'm seeing their stuff on my video. Mac Jones, yards per attempt, completion percentage, on target rate. On target. So that's the quarterback's job. That's not the receiver's job. Interception rate 2.3, which is fine. And this is from the Senior Bowl. And a sack rate. Whether you have talent or not, sack rate, that's the quarterback. That's not the weapons. Right? And he's second. And everything else, he's first. And here he is third in interception rate. That's the quarterback's job. It's not the receiver's job. Now, shout out to Nick Sarnelli. I'm going to tag these guys when I post my videos so they get credit too. So if y'all are into college sports, these guys did a great job. I didn't have to Google anything. I didn't have to YouTube anything. Because I YouTubed highlights for Mac Jones too. I YouTubed highlights because I wanted to really see what... I wanted to see what everybody else was seeing. I didn't see it. So who is Mac Jones, right? 4-star recruit. He had, in the national championship, 460 yards and 5 touchdowns. Sure, a lot of it went to Devontae Smith, which is fine. Right? 4,500 yards, 41 touchdowns, 4 picks. Whether you have talent or not, average quarterbacks, or not great quarterbacks, would have thrown more picks. Right? Look at Jameis Winston. He went in what? You think he was a second or third pick? Right? I don't remember. I know he was a top 3 pick. I remember that for the Bucs, right? With talent, he went 30-something and 30. With talent. And yes, that's in the NFL. Yes, I'm aware. But it's the comparison of having talent for a quarterback that was good. 41-4. He's quarterback 4 behind Trevor Lawrence, Fields, and Wilson. So even then, if Trey Lance is still available, I would take him, right? But if he's not available, then yes, Mac Jones is my second option. Smart football player, high football IQ, leader, accurate deep ball, and great with anticipation throws, balance and footwork, good eternal clock, knows when to get rid of the football while going, decision-making vision. Average arm strength, limited time starting. But, a lot of these quarterbacks are just one season and done anyway. Can manipulate defenders with his eyes. That just sounds like a good quarterback. Now, look at it. Look at all these throws.
It looks that way.
Can I just mute this? Look at this throw. He has to throw the receiver open. Play action. Again, yes, I know the speed, but he has to throw the ball on time or else the safety will get there. Again, that's a good throw. Yes, the receiver was open, but if he's a second or two late, the safety is there. Another, a laser. Again, if he's a second late, the safety or the secondary help is there. It's a laser. Shout outs to this guy. He is covering for the Patriots. I will follow him. I was not following him. So Mac Jones, 6'2". He's tall. Nothing he does is overly impressive or going to jump out on film. He's extremely smart, efficient with his full field progressions, and an assassin from inside the pocket. I would rather have a quarterback that can throw in the pocket than a quarterback that can't. Right? Perfect example, Wilson. He's an average, above average pocket passer, right? And he went from being an MVP candidate to not that good. Lamar Jackson, great player. He can't throw in the pocket. He's just not a passer, right? So give me a pocket passer. Look at Rodgers, phenomenal pocket passer. Drew Brees made a living throwing from in the pocket. Brady. Like, come on. Tannehill. Who else did I mention? Josh Allen. Big Ben. Like, come on. Herbert. He's another animal. Look at all these throws. Look at this one. I already shown this one. Yeah, same throws. Again, that's a good throw. That's more the throw than it is the receiver. That's still a great catch, but that's also a hell of a throw. Bama's bowl game in 2019 versus Michigan. Look at him working the pocket. He moved just enough to have time to throw that, and that's a perfect ball. I don't understand how he's not a first-round material, right? So I want Mac Jones if he's available at 15, right? If we're confident he'll be up there late in the first round, we can obviously draft somebody else, which I'll go over in a second, and trade up late in the first round, give up a second, or give up something, and pick up Mac Jones like the Ravens did with Lamar Jackson. They traded for the 30th pick and got him, or the 31st, whatever pick it was, after we took Sony Michel. So that's plan A. Plan B, obviously, we trade for Deshaun Watson or Stafford, right? Obviously, we'd have to give up the first-round pick and some other picks. So I saw this trade, whether this is even remotely a rumor, true rumor or not, right? So we'll give up the 15th pick, one of the third-round picks that we got, 2022 first-round pick, 2023 second-round pick, J.C. Jackson, and N'Keal Harry. I am good with giving up N'Keal Harry. I'm good. He can go. Later. Bye. But if we're flipping J.C. Jackson too, I know he has value. And then when I go over the defense, I still want to keep him. So I'm cool with this trade. I don't care for the 6th round pick, but we're getting Watson. So that changes everything, right? With who we're taking first round. And then we can just pick up weapons. So obviously this is plan B. We go. Actually, this is still plan A. We're still getting a quarterback for the future. Plan B is if we go Stafford because he's a little older, we're going to keep him. He has like 3 good years left. So what people don't realize too, with the Chiefs, they had Alex Smith, built up the team with, they built on the skilled positions with Kelsey. They had Kareem Hunt, and then Tyreek Hill the year before they picked up Mahomes. So they had the skilled positions already set, and then they got Mahomes, had one more year with Smith, and then put in Mahomes. So if we go Stafford, then we can go that route. Stack up on skill position players, and then look for the QB of the future over time. Right? That would be plan B. If we go for like a Stafford quarterback. But if we go Deshaun Watson, that's still technically plan A because that's a quarterback for the future. Running backs, the only free agents are James White and Rex Burkhead. So if we can only bring back one, I'm bringing back James White. I'm pretty sure he's younger. I actually did not look this up because we still have Sony Michel and Damian Harris, right? So we're pretty good on running backs that could run the ball between the tackle, right? Run the ball, period. Damian Harris and Sony Michel, and then we keep James White for that pass catching back out of the backfield. Burkhead, I'm pretty sure is pretty old, and for a running back, that is up there. And Sony Michel is a couple of years younger, and he's catching passes out of the backfield. He's not constantly just running it into the tackle. So pretty simple. Re-sign James White. If Burkhead wants a contract-friendly deal, then yeah, sure, bring him back. But if he's gonna demand $8 to $10 million, no. I don't think he's just not worth it for what we need. We need too much, right? So receiver, we have Jacoby Myers and Damier Bird, right? Those were our two best. 81 targets, 77, 59, and 47 catches, right? That's not really good for top two receivers. And Edelman only played 16, 39. And then 57 targets, 33 catches. Like, this was our tight end, Ryan Izzo, 199 yards. And he played 12 games. That's just... So, where is it? Okay, so these are the notable free agents available this season. Allen Robinson, Godwin, AJ Green, Juju, Galladay, Will Fuller, T.Y. Hilton, AB. I'm pretty sure Fitz is retiring, right? Did he say he was retiring? Marvin Jones, Watkins, Corey Davis, Curtis Samuel. Plenty of talent. There's plenty of talent. So from the film that I watched, I see the guys that I'm gonna just rattle off names of guys that I want, like like a top 5 list. Godwin, Galladay, Marvin Jones, Corey Davis, Curtis Samuel. Those are the 5 guys that I want. I don't care for anybody else in this list. Now, you're gonna want that one guy, that's number 1 talent, because some of these guys are gonna demand too much, like an Allen Robinson, right? He's probably gonna ask for the most money here. So Allen Robinson, good receiver, but he's gonna be commanding the most, probably like 20 mil or more by season. I don't think New England would realistically do that. And if you're looking at my number 1 choice would be, if you look at the receiver that your former quarterback has had success with, and he's a free agent, wouldn't you want to get back at him? Like, yeah, we're taking your guy. So, and Godwin, he's a guy that can fit the system because he can go deep, take the top off the defense, aka shout out Randy Moss, and he's not afraid to go underneath to catch these passes. So, I'm cool with Godwin sliding into that number 1 spot because he has the potential and the playmaking ability. If we don't get Godwin, then for another number 1, Kenny Galladay. He's that dude. He's nice. So I would love one of these two. If we somehow got both, what? I'm celebrating. But I would love at least one of these two. Right? I think they're demanding the second and third most money out of this list. And then you got Corey Davis. For a guy with his potential and his skill, and I think I couldn't find it. I tried searching for it. The money that these guys are asking. Corey Davis. He's on the Titans with AJ Brown and Derrick Henry, and he's still doing as well as he did this year. So I figured even if he came to New England to be the number 1, he could definitely be a number 1. He has the skill. I don't really have the highlights. Like I have the highlights, but to show them all would take a bit. So he definitely has that skill. Another guy that I would love to have, he's probably up there in age in comparison to the rest. Marvin Jones. I think he's 30 if I'm not mistaken. But again, just like a Chris Godwin, he has that toughness, right? To play inside, below the numbers, right? Short to medium catching passes. So he has that. And he's not afraid to, play in the slot. He's not afraid to get hit. But he has the speed and ability to go deep. So, he can slide right in as well. Curtis Samuel, low-key, he has the speed. He has the playmaking. He has the speed. He can be that little speedster. And he's on the cheap. In comparison to everybody else here. He's on the cheap. So, he's definitely, on the list of a lot of, for all these people that are going over New England's offseason. He's on everybody's list. And then, am I missing somebody? Right? I went over Chris Godwin, Galladay. There's a lot of people that are interested in Will Fuller. I don't know why. He's only played 14 games in a season once out of the 5 years he's been in the league. Every other year is 8 games. I think this year was 11. But it's why would I pay you number 1 receiver money if you can't stay on the field? That's my only disagreement on this list. I don't want Nelson Aguilar at all. He's had one good year. No thanks. Watkins has been a bust. I don't know. I wouldn't want him. Juju, for obvious reasons, he's just not a Bill Belichick guy. AJ Green, I don't know if he still has it. I really don't. I'll take like a 1-year rental on him, but I don't know if he has it. So like what this guy said, Allen Robinson, Godwin, Galladay. I'm skipping Juju, Corey Davis, and I don't really care for Will Fuller. AB, he's already tried it with Belichick. So yeah, those are my choices in order, right? Godwin, Galladay, Corey Davis, Marvin Jones, and then Curtis Samuel. I'm happy with any of the 5. 2 of the 5, I'm celebrating. So now, for in the draft, if any of these guys are available, like we can go. In some mock drafts, Devontae Smith is available at 15. I doubt that's going to happen. So we could go Waddle at 15 if he's available still. And like I said, trade up, like our second pick, trade again for in the first round for Mac Jones. I'm cool with doing that. Draft the receiver in the first round and then trade up late in the first round for Mac Jones. If not, we go Mac Jones first round, we go Bateman second round. Like, that's what I'm thinking, and that's what I'm hoping for, right? That's like a best case scenario. Right? You go Mac Jones and Bateman, and then you get one of these guys. And then we still have Jacoby Myers and Damiere Byrd. I can't pronounce his first name, so I'm calling Byrd. As a 3 and 4, and we still got Edelman in the slot. We're looking way better than 2020 already. So that's it for receiver. Like, even went over plan A and B there. Right, stock up on. We won't have a first round pick if we get Stafford. So that means if we get Stafford, then we have a second round pick, and then we go Bateman, and then we'll worry about a quarterback in another year or 2. Tight end. There's plenty of tight ends that are available. I can look for the list, but the names that pop out at me is like Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. Hunter Henry is probably, I think, the tight end that's looked at the most right now. Right, so if we can get Hunter Henry, looking good at tight end already. But another tight end a lot of people haven't really talked about. I want to see the value for Zach Ertz. What do the Eagles want for him? Right, if they want like a 3rd or 4th, yeah, why not for Zach Ertz? We already know he can ball. We already know. He was top 5 tight end for a reason for years. But in the draft, if Pitts is available, which I doubt, looks like he might be gone in like the top 7 picks, or in the second round, Freiermuth. Did I pronounce that right? I don't know. I don't know if I pronounced that right. But he's pretty solid. Good hands. Good footwork. He definitely get open. So, but Hunter Henry is the tight end that's more of a Belichick guy because he can do it all. He can block, catch. So blocking tight ends are going to fit the system more. Offensive line, pretty simple. We had good O-line depth. Andrews and Thuney are both going to be free agents. So, but Andrews is projected to make $7 million. Thuney's projected to make around $14 million. Obviously, $14 million can't really afford that with all the other pressing needs. So it's pretty simple. We re-signed Andrews. We used the rookie we got last year, Michael. Bro, let's go there. These guys and these last names. Onwenu as a replacement for Thuney. Re-sign Andrews, like I said. Give Isaiah Wynn, the left tackle we got 2 years ago, one more chance to see if he can stay healthy because he's played like 4 games in 2 years. And then we just draft another O-line at some point for added depth. Right, but we just got to replace Thuney, and then use everybody else that we drafted within the last year or 2. Pretty simple. That's pretty much it. Like I said, it's tight end, receiver, and quarterback are our pressing needs, and I feel like we should solve that with the first 2 rounds or free agency. And there's plenty of options. Right, there was a quarterback list somewhere too. Like these are the quarterbacks that are available. Right. So if we go, I already, said what I wanted to do if we go Stafford or if we somehow get Watson. Oh, also, if we draft a quarterback in the first round, we need a cheap bridge backup quarterback, right? While Mac Jones develops. I'm still all in for Mac Jones. I'm a believer. This quarterback has already played in every team in the AFC East. Give me Fitzmagic. Let him play the first year. Let him play that whole first year, and in the second year, we'll see what Mac Jones can do. Obviously, if we start losing, then we put in Mac Jones. But Fitzmagic, he was great this year. He was great. Give me Fitzmagic as a bridge for Mac Jones. I don't want Mitch. I don't want Cam. I don't... No. 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 Honestly, if it's not Dak, I don't want nobody in this list. That's how I'm going to end it. Give me Fitzmagic. That's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I know the video was a lot longer than I thought. I tried to be very thorough about what I wanted and why. And let me know what you guys think is realistic. If you agree, yeah, let me know. Comment in the section below. Peace.